Alright, I'm back, everybody. What's going on? Good morning, good morning. It's a little bit early out here where I'm at, probably about 6 something. I am your 49ers reporter. Just get the basics out of the way. If you like what you hear, you like what you see, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn on the post notifications so you can get all the most up-to-date 49er information. So I'm always give it to you straight, no chaser. With that being said, let's get right into it. So this last game against the Bengals, we did something that, we don't normally do. We just beat the crap out of people, man. These last two games, we've actually been working on things. First game, we only technically allowed 10 points on defense. This next game, we did allow about 17. And the last touchdown that we actually allowed was pretty much just a busted play on the coverage. K1 almost caught John Ross and tripped him up, but he still made it to the end zone. So we wound up winning that game 41-17. We would have won 41-10 had we not blown that coverage. So that's the thing, man. We look like, the offense started to look a lot better. We still had one touchdown called back, which is unfortunate, because we got to stop doing that, because if we don't have that touchdown call back, that's 48-17. We putting up serious points. We're doing exactly what we need to do. And, our defense is looking great. So we have a top 10 defense already, top 15, defense as far as passing goes. We're top 10 rushing defense. We got 4 interceptions this year. 7 sacks, in total. And the beauty of that is that the sacks are coming from, the line as a whole, not just one player. You know what I'm saying? We got 4 interceptions from different people, i.e. Quan Alexander, Richard Sherman, Ahkello Witherspoon, Mark Nzeocha. We got DBs and linebackers getting after the ball. Quan had that interception last game. We had 3 of them in that first game. And the other 2 in the first game were pick sixes. So, we out here doing our thing. We got 14 tackles for a loss as a squad. So that means you trying to advance that ball, and we're basically saying you ain't going nowhere. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Ronald Blair and Eric Armstead, are leading in the tackles for loss category. Armstead has 2 sacks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have 17 passes defense, you know what I'm saying? And Ahkello has 5 of those. And we got 2 forced fumbles. Now, the beauty of that is that when I say Ahkello has 5 of them, Ahkello was horrible last year. He regressed in a way that we didn't expect. And now he's taking a step forward. And I do believe that's due to Richard Sherman. Sherman basically got to him and said, man, stop letting these people get in your head. Go out there and play ball. And I know people will cast aspersions on him still this year and try to find things wrong with him, but Ahkello was balling out, and you got to respect the dude for what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get beat up bad, and we look great, man. We look really good. The only touchdowns we allowed was a busted play for John Ross, which I said we had to keep an eye on him, but he found a hole in our defense and exploited it. And then the other one was like a little small out route right near the end zone to Tyler Eifert. Nobody else did nothing. They didn't even run the ball. They couldn't. And that's one thing that we're doing. We stop with killing people with our run defense. So that's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, the unfortunate thing is that Joe Staley has a broken fibula. He's out 6 to 8 weeks, and it hurts because Joe Staley is a bona fide Hall of Famer, and he's been our left tackle for fucking ever. You know what I'm saying? We picked him up out of Central Michigan. Joe Staley's missed a total of 4 games in his whole career. And we've never, he just doesn't get hurt. It's not common. So he has a hairline fracture in his fibula. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. Now I'm hearing everybody and all the commentators and anybody talking about the Niners saying, should we trade for a left tackle? And the answer is no. We don't need to do that because we're going to give up too much draft capital. Everybody was talking about Trent Williams, but if we get Williams in there, then that spells the end of Joe Staley, because we're going to have to give Williams a new contract and pay him big money. We're not going to pay 2 starting left tackles. That's just dumb as shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen. So we do not need to trade for any reason for a left tackle. We have Justin School and we have Daniel Brunskill, and those guys can, rotate in and out if they need to. School came in after Staley got hurt and did an admirable job. Didn't look like he was having too many problems. Now the shitty part is he's going to have to face TJ Watt this next game. Watt is a terror off that edge, and that's going to be a little hard for him to take. But, I mean, hey, man, next man up, and you got to get out there, you got to ball. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go ahead and probably keep maybe even Kittle over there next to him, or we'll probably put Dwelly or Twilio in there to help him out if he needs the help. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of next man up, and we got to do what we got to do. So this next game that we have is against the Steelers. Now, Big Ben had season-ending elbow surgery, so Mason Rudolph is going to start. Now, the thing is, before Big Ben went out, the Steelers were not moving in the right direction. But Mason Rudolph came in and gave them a spark, man. He brought them back. So they only lost to the Seahawks 28-26. And that was all on, the arm and the situation of Mason Rudolph. So we have to still be mindful of him. We don't have much tape on him. The most you can do is go back to his college days, because the kid just doesn't play, because Ben usually is in the game most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So basically, Rudolph was 12 of 19 for 112 yards, 2 TD, and 1 interception. You know what I'm saying? James Conner only had 11 rushes for 33 yards and 1 TD. He was hurt in the game initially, but what they're saying is he's fine, and there's nothing to be worried about. Conner's good. He's good to go. So we'll be facing James Conner, but our rush defense is solid. We ain't worried about that. The person who caught the 2 TDs was one of the guys we drafted out of Rice, Vance McDonald. Now, we wound up trading Vance McDonald to the Steelers a couple years back because they needed a tight end. I think they got rid of Jesse James, and now Vance is there. Vance was a good tight end, but he came in and, it was unfortunate pretty much what happened for him, because he wasn't one of the guys that Shanahan and Lynch picked. So they figured, hey, man, let's get this guy out of here. We'll find another dude to do what we need to do, and that was it. So he's found a home in Pittsburgh, and he's actually done very well for himself there. So you still got to respect him, and you got to know what's going on. And we got hit with that, little out route on Tyler Eifert last week, so we got to really be mindful of them tight ends when it comes close to the end zone. And if that's what he does, you really got to, pay attention to him. Saleh's got to pay attention as a defense coordinator and say, okay, I got to key in on this guy when we get inside the 10, inside the 20. So their front seven is real. That's one thing I can say. Their front seven and their linebackers are real. You got, Edmonds, you got TJ Watt. I think they got Hayward. They've got a good front seven, so we got to be respectful of that. DBs are trash. Now, what they did do recently was go ahead and trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick. So I don't know how they're going to use him or how he was supposed to be used. All the fuss he was making in Miami, but he did get himself out of Miami. He got traded to the Steelers. So I don't think he's going to be able to play this first game. He may have to play the game after that. So their defense did have 4 sacks on Russell Wilson. Stephon Tuitt, that dude is a beast. He had 2.5. TJ Watt had 1. They didn't have any interceptions because, like I said, their defensive backfield is trash. The only thing we have to do really is just be smart and, play good football. The Steelers gave up 151 yards on the ground to a running back by committee, which is how Seattle does it. Now, we have a running back attack of Jeff Wilson Jr., Raheem Mostert, and Matt Breida. So we're going to kill them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we killed Bengals defense for 259 yards as a total. And Breida had 121 of those on 12 carries. We'll don't worry about our run game. We're going to get that going. And then because their defensive backs are trash, we should kill them in the pass game. We just have to be able to give, Garoppolo enough time back there to be able to get the ball out and make the right reads and do what he needs to do. He looks like he's knocking that rust off, and he doesn't have any more problems as it pertains to getting the timing down. He's starting to work on that and build that rapport. Once he has that fully down, it's a wrap. And I'm going to say something I didn't get a chance to say in the last video. Dante Pettis is history, man. Deebo Samuel came in and Deebo'd him for his spot. He basically rolled up on the bike and was like, "What starting wide receiver position? That's my ex-punk." Like, he rolled up on him, bro. He rolled up on him. You know what I'm saying? "I'm X, I'm Y. That's me. Give me your damn starting spot. Sit your ass on the sidelines. Ain't nobody worried about you." And another person who had a big deal with that is going to be Wes Welker, because he's the wide receivers coach. So I think what happens is Wes Welker saw who he used to be, but stronger and faster in Deebo Samuel. And he looked at Dante Pettis and was like, "You a chump, bro. You ain't even out there really doing nothing." Now, he did have a pass to Deebo Samuel, of all people, for 16 yards. So to me, it's like they might turn him into a gadget guy, use him here and there. He was in for a lot more snaps than he was, but he wasn't targeted. They are looking more at George Kittle, they're looking more at Deebo Samuel, and they've been targeting Marquise Goodwin because he's been getting open and he's been running routes and doing things right. So to me, that kind of spells sort of the end for Dante Pettis, man. We spent the second round pick on this, man. He was supposed to be somebody, and now it seems like, you know, he can't take the heat. He can't take, you know, anything that's going on. He's looks like he's scared. He doesn't know how to deal with all the, you know, all the attacks on him. He should be going out there balling out, looking at coach saying, "Get me the ball, I will make the plays." But what has he done? He took his back seat. He don't care. Now, what's going to happen when Jalen Hurd gets back? You know what I'm saying? Are you really going to get pushed further down the roster? Are you going to wind up, because you're supposed to be the number one guy this year, are you going to wind up falling behind, all the way behind KB? And that's no disrespect to KB, because I love him. I like him. I think he's a great receiver. But you might fall all the way behind the guy that they maybe consider the last guy on the fucking depth chart. You know what I'm saying? Richie even caught a ball. Dante has like one catch this year. I'm dead ass serious. So we will go next week and we will meet the Steelers. And this is our opening home game. We are 2-0. So we looking to go 3-0, go into this bye, get everybody back healthy by the 4th week and not have any problems. You know what I'm saying? So if we can get Joe Staley back by the end of the season, that's going to be fantastic. You know what I'm saying? And if school is playing great and he's doing very well, then we can give Staley an extra week of rest. In other injury news, Drew Brees is out likely at least 6 weeks. Now, at first I was thinking about this, like, this is a great thing, but by the time he gets back, he'll be fully healthy and he'll be ready to go, because we play the Saints this year. Or we play them too late in the year. So by the time we get to them, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a situation where we have to actually play Drew Brees, which is going to suck because Brees is great. You know, there was a couple of games that I pegged us for losing this year. Obviously to Seattle, in Seattle, and definitely the Saints. You know, that game is going to be a hard-fought game, man, because we have to cover Michael Thomas. That motherfucker's crazy. He's off the chain. Thomas didn't get paid to be the number one receiver in the league just because he sucked, because he doesn't. He's fantastic. So this next game against the Steelers, man, we'll be at home. We'll have the home crowd. We'll have the Niner faithful out there cheering for us. I believe we win that game handily, you know what I'm saying, as long as the line can hold up. I'm going to say probably about 24-10, maybe 24-17. And the only reason I say that I'm not giving us like a 40 burger or 50 burger or even 30 points is because we have to account for the fact that the rush up front is real with Stephon Tuitt, with TJ Watt, with their line and some of their linebackers. They got Terrell Edmonds there, and we have to be very mindful of what's going to happen on that left side. It's not that I don't have faith in Justice School, but we need him to step up and do what he needs to do. And I have to see that in action before I can actually go ahead and, you know, kind of crown him that he's done a great job. Because he did an admirable job, but it was toward the end of the game. And, you know, we were running the ball 90% of the time. So his run defense was great. We have to see him in pass defense. That's where we're going to see if he can make his bones and he can become a great player and he can tell us, you know, hey, y'all found a diamond in the rough in the 6th round. But I got to get dressed and get ready for work. I just want to say I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching and listening. Please like and subscribe if you like and hear what you see. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back with more videos. I'll probably do another one throughout the week, get a little bit more analytical as far as stats and whatnot when it comes to us versus the Steelers. But I can tell you right now, man, we are a top 10 defense, and we ain't going nowhere. And I'm going to tell you right now, offenses beware. because we'll pick the ball off and we'll hit your damn quarterback and we'll punch you in the mouth and we'll take the W from you. You may sleep on us. Everybody gonna sleep on us. I tell you right now, they gonna say, oh, well, the first 2 games were just against the Bengals and it was against the Bucs, so that doesn't mean anything. You know what? The first 2 games for the damn Steelers, for the Patriots, were against weak-ass teams too. You know what I'm saying? And they demolished both of them. So that shouldn't count for them either. So don't crown the state. How did the Patriots get to be number 1 in the power rankings and they play 2 shitty-ass teams? Just saying. Hey, man. Love y'all, Niner Faithful. I'm out. I got to get up here, get to work. Stay peaceful, stay blessed, stay Niner Faithful. Red and gold till I'm dead and cold. Peace.